What's happening everyone, Dave here on NZBlokes.co.nz, and it's the long overdue return of our gaming review videos with this week's game of choice, Rocket League. Published by Psyonix and available on the PS4 and PC via Steam, this game is a sequel to a PS3 only 2008 release called Supersonic Acrobatic Rocket Powered Battle Cars, which is one of the greatest game titles ever conceived. Rocket League is a very simple game at heart. You control a car, driving around an arena with an oversized football and 2 goals. You're either on the blue or the orange team, and you've got 5 minutes to knock the ball into the opposing side's goal more than they get it into yours. It's like those Top Gear episodes where they did actually play car football, but on steroids. Lots and lots of steroids. Your game modes range from one-on-one games all the way up to 4v4 matches. You can play against bots and run season modes of the game, but really, this one is all about the online play. In fact, I'm vaguely aware that there are single player options, but I've not investigated any of them at all. I jumped online with a couple of mates and off we went. Naturally, you'll most likely suck at your first few games whilst you get to grips with the controls and figure out the best camera angle to use. You get a standard third person camera or the ball cam, which isn't as unpleasant as it initially sounds. Instead of a screen full of scrot, the camera tracks the position of the ball at all times, and once you get used to it, it's the only way to play. With the exception of the goals, you can't really leave the arena, and it's a lot easier to see what's going on. The sound and atmosphere whilst you're playing remind you immediately of a large sports event, and there's a nice range of house music in the menus when you're picking out all your car customizations. It's not going to get any awards, but it's certainly sufficient for the purposes of this game. After you've cut your teeth on the first couple of rounds, grab a friend or two and get a party started. After a few games, the importance of good communication and teamwork become highly apparent. Everyone by default is just charging for the ball, but if you've got a player who's happily hanging back to take a defensive line, they can be way more valuable than everybody attacking. Really, this game is a sports game at heart. It'll be quite difficult to get bored of it as long as you have some friends playing the game. Don't get me wrong, Psyonix are not doing anything new here. After all, this is a game which at its heart is something like the bastard love child of Pro Evo Soccer and Trackmania Sunrise. But the way that this game is executed is beautiful. It plays like something of a highlight reel, full of great little moments, sprinkled with some lucky breaks and some unlucky losses, but you can really tell when the team you're playing against are all working together. My only criticisms of this game are quite trivial. The single player modes will mostly be left well alone in this game, with the exception of the training. Seriously, learn to be a goalie in this game and you will become a tiny motorized god unto your teammates. Also, the limited release of this game to PS4 and PC means that it's not going to get as many players as it could. Saying that, I found the Oceania servers to be well populated, probably due to the fact that cross-platform play is permitted between the PS4 and PC. My final critique would be that the PC version doesn't presently support resolutions above 1440p. Anyone out there rocking a 4K setup won't be able to get the very best resolutions out of this game. With a buy-in of about $20 on Steam, and I don't even know how much on PS4, this game is a cheap, cheerful blast that you can thoroughly enjoy with or without your friends. You'll get the most out of it with an internet connection, but all things considered, you will have a great time chasing down all the collectibles, scoring goals, making saves, and mastering this little beauty of a game. For me, this is an easy 9 out of 10. Thanks for listening, blokes. This has been Dave. What's up everyone, Dave here. If you like our reviews or think we could improve them, don't forget to like, comment, favorite and subscribe to NZBlokes to get all the videos as they hit the big, bad interwebs.